Hello, I am so excited that you are here today for us to discuss something really fun, which is, we started off on the wrong slide, so that's fun. I didn't say this would be perfect, but we are going to discuss the right moves, how to easily uncover the success factors on your team. Because most of us aren't sure what those are. I actually had a business owner, $8 million business owner, message me last week and ask me how she could figure out if her team was productive, what they're actually working on, and how to do those reviews with those people to maybe even take her team down to fewer people. Maybe she needed more people. She wasn't totally sure. And I thought, I know she's not the only one. This is an incredibly common thing that business owners ask me all the time. How do I know what my team is doing, how productive they are, and all the things? So we are going to get into that today. And first, I want to tell you a little bit about me. My name is Emily Hawkins. I have a degree in supply chain, which is productively streamlining processes and people for change within organizations, to build profits in a sustainable way. And I want to give you my degree because I feel that what I do is not hard. It's actually incredibly simple. And after doing this for 15 years in the corporate world, working with Fortune 500s all the way down to a small startup, I decided in 2017 to open my own business where I also was able to streamline processes for productive results on my own team, building it to $1 million business, but also teaching others, around 2,500 people, how to find what they love in their life and put it in their work. But that wasn't enough for me. I wanted to give this secret sauce to business owners to demystify and uncomplexify, yep, totally made up that word, how easy it is to run a business when you're doing all the right things. And so today I wanted to talk about how to know what your team is doing. And like I said, this can seem really intense for people, but I want to talk about the number one goal in hiring people. The number one goal in hiring people, hiring anyone on your team, is to increase revenue for your business. Sometimes we forget this, right? We think, well, I just need help. I need help with various aspects of the business. And we forget that every single employee should be increasing revenue for the business. And why is this? They are increasing revenue because there are various things that they are aiding your business in doing that are doing some things. So let's talk about this. I want you to ask yourself a few questions. We're going to walk through this, and I hope you brought a pad of paper because I got some homework for you as well, but we got some questions. So the first one is, how does each employee on my team make money for my business? And I want you to ask yourself this because there is a good chance that you've never thought of it this way. You have never thought about how each of your employees is making money for the business. And there's actually two different ways that your employees are making money for your business. They are either directly or indirectly driving sales, or they're driving referrals for the business. So either way, it's making money, right? They're indirectly or directly driving sales, or they are driving referrals to your business. So how is this even possible? So I want to talk about how you're going to figure this out. And the question is, what is the customer journey for my specific business? Because this, my friends, is where you will figure out who on your team is making you money and in what way they're making you money. Is it indirectly or directly? And it's all built in the customer journey. Now, in the Leadership Operating System, which I created, I actually walk you through how to create a customer journey but I'm going to show you one because I'm a big fan of show and tell. And I think it's important to see, what is a customer journey? What is this? So I just pulled one up for you. Here is a customer journey. And you're going to see that this is a retail customer journey. Now, there are online customer journeys. Inside my program, I give you access to my specific online customer journeys so you can see what that looks like. But let's just walk through the middle. So I want you to look at that middle purple line. And this is truly the customer journey. So the customer needs to purchase. And we're not talking about what, right? In your world, you can talk about what, but here this is very generic. So customer needs to purchase. They may do some research. They go to the store, they purchase the thing, they use the thing, they get supported using the thing, and they buy the thing again. It seems so basic, right? I told you that everything we do together is going to be simple. So your customer journey should be this simple. They have a need. Maybe they do some research on that need. They go to your website, they go to your store, they purchase the thing, and then they use the thing, you are supporting them, and then potentially repeating the purchase. It's that simple. Now, you are going to see there are words along here, and this could be things that your customers are saying. So, for instance, in the very beginning, I need to make a purchase. I need blah, blah, blah. And then it was difficult to compare options on my phone. And then the store was pleasant to visit. The cashier wasn't very helpful. This met my price expectations. I'm so glad I answered my phone call, and they answered my phone call, and you answered my questions. I need to purchase this again. I recommend this to other people. That referrals that I was talking about, right? So let's go back quickly to this idea because we just defined a customer journey. So, question 3 that I want you to ask your team is, what actions can my team take to aid in this journey? So let's go back over here real quick. Let's talk about this. So how could your team aid in this journey? So first and foremost, if you are running an ad of any kind, it could be you purchase a billboard in your town. It could be a paper ad. It could be a Facebook ad. But that can actually drive the need to make a purchase. So if you have somebody in marketing, they could actually drive the need to purchase. And then the store was pleasant to visit. Well, that actually has a lot to do with your customer service people, whether that is your brick and mortar store or that is your online experience where somebody talks with customer support, right? Or maybe it's your web designer and the website was easy to find, which actually comes back to here as well, is easy to compare options, and the store was pleasant to visit. Maybe the website was organized well. It had a calming environment to it. It made me want to stay on the page. This is a web designer. This is a user experience person. This could also be your marketing person. And we can also talk about copywriters here. So all of the beautiful things. Now in a store, again, this could be customer service. This could be your operations manager. It could be a lot of different people. The cashier wasn't very helpful. Ooh. So again, this is customer support, right? Whether this be maybe they're instant messaging with somebody on your website because you have that and the person isn't helpful. Maybe the bot isn't working right, something like that. Or they are working with your customer service in store and the person doesn't act like they want to be there. I know we get this periodically, right? So there's an opportunity there. And then the price met my expectations, which means you've done a great job in marketing the value of what it is you've done. So there's kudos to the marketing and copywriting team there. Potentially your training team because they have trained your associates in that brick and mortar store. And then I want to talk about I need to purchase again. So if this is a consumable item, if it's something that they're going to need repeat business, that is a beautiful thing. You want repeat business. And then the greatest thing on earth is I recommended this to my friend. And we only recommend things that put us in a good light. So I'm not going to tell you to go to a restaurant that I know is terrible because all of a sudden it's going to put me in a bad light, right? So if your team is aiding with this, how could they be doing that? So we talked a little bit about these. So I need to purchase this again. Well, again, this is a marketing endeavor. This is emails. So again, you've got your marketing team, your copywriters, and then I recommended this store to my friends. This could be your customer support team because they had such great service. It could be your actual ability to serve people. Your service and what you bring to the puzzle or the piece is so great that they want to share it with other people. And then again, let's go back to your marketing team because sometimes we forget that we can recommend things to people, and that marketing team can bring that up to our customers and say, don't you want to recommend this to your friends? And so going back to this, there are so many actions that your team can take to aid the customer journey in increasing sales. I always do this, increasing sales and also those referrals, right? Which obviously increases sales as well. The next question though is, how can I support my team to improve their performance? Oh, probably not the question you thought I was going to ask, right? Because the majority of us are like, we want to know exactly what it is that our team is doing all day. So we want to have a meeting with them. I want to schedule a one-on-one with somebody and ask them, what are they doing all day? Do not do this. Please do not do this. It puts people on the defense, right? If I said that to you, what do you do all day? What do you do all day, Sam? What do you do all day, Pam? That makes you feel real bad, doesn't it? And it's not supportive because what you're really trying to figure out is, am I asking too much of someone? And so we actually need to hire more people. Am I not asking enough? And this person actually doesn't have enough to do. And also, do they know how their role affects our business? Do they understand the impact of that? So I want you to take some action. And the main action I want you to take is using your staff meeting. So I mentioned in my notes about this specific training that I wanted to talk to you about a conversation that you have not had. And that conversation is in your staff meeting. Why? Because I believe that the majority of us misuse our staff meetings. This is what every staff meeting I've ever been in until now has been like. So somebody brings a giant legal pad of some kind, and it's usually like full of notes, right? This is the owner, the leader, and they're like flipping through it, and they're like, guys, we got a busy week going. I got this going. We got to make sure we get this done. Let's get this done. And all of a sudden, staff meetings suck. They are really unfun. And all we're doing is talking about task jockeying, is what I like to call it. Not what truly a staff meeting should be. A staff meeting should empower, educate, and elevate your team. It should be one part motivation, one part action, and a little bit of like, we are really good at what we do. Let's go do more of that, right? That's what a staff meeting should be. And utilizing your customer journey, talking about what has happened in the past and bringing it forward and how we can create productive action from it. Now, what I love about staff meetings is they should actually be two things. I love a visual. I just love a visual. If you haven't already noticed this, you have the unique ability in an hour staff meeting. I really like hour or longer than that. People stop paying attention. To go deep, hence the dude that's like diving down, go deep on a topic but also create broad knowledge on your team. You have this beautiful ability in a staff meeting, 1 hour, once a week, once a month. I do once a month staff meetings because I don't feel like my team needs more than that. That's right, once a month. It's great. But in these staff meetings, I create depth and breadth on my team so that they understand deeply what we are doing on a specific topic, but also broadly how the business is moving and what we are specifically doing. So let's talk about what that looks like. I want to talk to you about my specific staff meeting feedback framework. This is tiny for a reason. And the main reason it's tiny is because it is something that I offer inside of my program, the Leadership Operating System, where I actually teach you how to run effective staff meetings that get people excited to be a part of, where they want to join, and you actually move the ball forward in a productive way, utilizing that customer journey. But what I will tell you, I want to give you 2 pieces of feedback, 2 different things that I do teach in this framework. One is you are going to praise only publicly. So what I mean by this is you're not going to criticize. Criticism is something that you would do one-on-one. It's something I teach in my feedback training. But for this specific thing, I want people to be excited to come to your staff meetings and learn and glow and be excited. And so you are going to fill this meeting with praise. Something else that I want you to do in your staff meetings is have an open dialogue. Do not make it like what I'm doing right now. I'm literally talking at you. If you want to talk to me, you can actually put it in the chat. But you can make the conversation a dialogue. So as you are bringing praise out into everybody's life, I want you to add dialogue to what actions are we going to take? What are we going to be doing this week? And again, this is part of the framework that I teach inside the Leadership Operating System on the specific way that you can bring depth and breadth to your team so that everyone understands what they are doing. But what if it wasn't just about that? What if your team already knew and shared their ideas with you? So they already knew what needles they drove in the business, and they were actually coming to you with these ideas. What would that be like, right? They are actually telling you, I would like more to do, and these are the things I'd like to do. Hey, I'm noticing this is falling off, and I think we need this. Hey, this task is taking longer than I think we need to hire another person. Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, this is something else I teach, but I want to share a little bit of it with you. The problem is that most of us think we don't have time for this. This is stressful because somebody, coming to me means I have to be pouring into them. I have to constantly be pouring into them. I have to constantly be sharing with them one-on-ones and all this training and blah, blah, blah. And as an owner and a key leader in the business, I don't have time to do that. And what I'm here to tell you is you don't have to. You do not have to. And that is why I actually teach the automatic feedback loop system inside the Leadership Operating System. What is this? It is a weekly goals email. It's your performance dashboard. It's a meetings review that your team does on their own. It is a customer review that your team does on their own. By the way, they're reading this email on their own. They're looking at the dashboard all on their own. And they are reflecting on their personal accomplishments so that you are not having to bring this up. You are not having to teach them these things. They are actually coming to you and saying, here are the things that are working for me. Here are the things that are not working for me. But you, as the leader, if you see that things are falling off, you can lean on this and say, hey, can you share these things with me? And again, I teach you automatic feedback loops inside the Leadership Operating System. I created this system because there was nothing like it that I was seeing in any leadership book that I had read and anything that I had seen. Everyone made metrics, measuring people, measuring productivity, incredibly hard to understand. And that is not at all what I want you to do. In fact, I invite you to a clarity call. I would like you to book a 15-minute clarity call with me if you feel moved to do so, because I would love to see if this specific framework simply and effectively can help move the needle for your productivity in your small business, or if you're the key leader in a small business. I am here to help you decomplexify those things. Make sure that your people are moving the ball forward and you're not spending your staff meetings task jockeying.